Are you ready to saddle up for one more ride with the Duttons? Just when we thought the Yellowstone legacy was over, Taylor Sheridan is bringing us back into the wild with a brand new spin-off, starring none other than Beth and Rip. If you've been craving answers after that chaotic Season 5 finale, this might just be the redemption arc we've all been waiting for. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where we break down everything you need to know about your favorite shows. Let's dive into what the Dutton Ranch is all about. We've all come to associate the name Dutton with the rugged beauty of Montana, the sprawling ranches, fierce loyalty, and the trials of a family that's weathered nearly 2 centuries of hardship. So when Yellowstone ended with Season 5, it truly felt like the end of an era. For a moment, many fans feared we'd never hear the Dutton name again, but we were wrong, very wrong. In fact, the Dutton legacy is far from over. A brand new series, The Dutton Ranch, is officially on the horizon, and it puts the fan-favorite duo Beth and Rip right at the center. Yes, Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser are returning to reprise their iconic roles, and the new series will pick up directly after the events of Yellowstone's finale. Now, if you're like me, that final season left you with more questions than answers. Especially when Case had to sell the Yellowstone Ranch to the Broken Rock tribe due to the crushing weight of inheritance taxes. After everything the Duttons endured to protect that land, seeing it slip away so suddenly was nothing short of heartbreaking. Fortunately, the Dutton Ranch promises a new chapter, one that could finally bring a satisfying conclusion to the saga. While some fans feel like the story is being stretched too far, I believe there's still something powerful in giving these characters the closure they deserve. So, what can we expect from the spin-off? While the original Dutton Ranch is no longer in the family, the series will follow Beth and Rip as they build a new life on a new ranch near Dillon, Montana. In the Season 5 finale, we saw them settle in with Carter, trying to move forward. But honestly, it felt a little too neat. Beth had just killed her brother, and yet there was barely any emotional reckoning on screen. Thankfully, the new series seems determined to address that. It won't just be a fresh start. It'll be a deeper dive into the emotional and psychological aftermath of Yellowstone. We'll see Beth and Rip confronting their past, questioning their decisions, and forging a new path forward, one that's more thoughtful, maybe even redemptive. The title, The Dutton Ranch, isn't just a name, it's a statement. Even without the Yellowstone land, the Dutton name still carries power, and the franchise may soon shift from being called the Yellowstone Universe to the Dutton Universe. That's how central this family has become. Reportedly, series creator Taylor Sheridan wants to step away from the Yellowstone branding altogether, partly to move on from Kevin Costner's shadow. He's co-writing the spin-off with John Brown, a newcomer who's worked on Succession, Veep, and King of the Hill. That means we can expect sharp writing, layered storytelling, and even moments of dark humor and satire. This won't be your typical Western drama. It's going to have bite. Another big shift? Beth's vision. Unlike her father John, who clung to tradition and refused to adapt, Beth is all about sustainability and modernization. Remember when she visited Rip in Texas and learned about selling meat directly to consumers and even ranch-branded vodka? That wasn't just a passing scene. It was a glimpse into her future plans. Beth is building more than a ranch. She's building an empire. And of course, Rip will be right by her side. He's not John Dutton. He's not going to fight Beth at every turn. He believes in her, and together, they're ready to rebuild the Dutton legacy in their own way. Rip keeps the cowboy dream alive, while Beth ensures it's profitable and forward-thinking. They're also going to legally adopt Carter, raising him as the future of this new Dutton lineage. So we'll finally see more of Beth and Rip as parents, navigating life and legacy in a way we've never seen before. Filming for the Dutton Ranch is reportedly starting soon, and while we don't have an official release date just yet, it's expected to premiere in fall 2025. Most likely in November, following Yellowstone's traditional release schedule. A brand new series, The Dutton Ranch, is on the way, and it's bringing back the most beloved Yellowstone couple, Beth and Rip. Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser are officially returning to reprise their iconic roles, and the story will pick up right where Yellowstone left off. Now, let's be honest, Season 5's ending was controversial. After generations of fighting for their land, the Duttons lost it all thanks to inheritance taxes. Just like that, the Dutton name has become more than just a fictional family. It's a symbol of grit, loyalty, survival, and the never-ending fight for land and legacy in the modern American West. For 5 seasons, we watch the Duttons battle outsiders, family betrayals, and even each other, all to hold on to their beloved Yellowstone Ranch. So when Season 5 ended with Case selling the ranch to the Broken Rock tribe, it felt like a punch to the gut. After all the blood, sweat, and sacrifice, the land was gone. Just like that. For many of us, it felt like the saga ended in a way that didn't do the family justice. But now, the Dutton Ranch is giving the story a second chance. This new series, led by fan-favorite couple Beth and Rip, picks up right where Yellowstone left off. It's not just about starting fresh on a new ranch, it's about facing the consequences of everything that's come before. And that's what makes it so promising. Kelly Riley and Cole Hauser are officially returning to their roles, and it sounds like the story is going to dig deep, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. In the final moments of Yellowstone, we saw Beth, Rip, and Carter moving into a new ranch near Dillon. On the surface, it looked like a peaceful new beginning. But let's be real, Beth had just killed her own brother. And somehow, we didn't get any emotional fallout from that. That's the gap the Dutton Ranch is expected to fill. It's not just another ranch drama. It's a story of reckoning, of healing, of transformation. Beth and Rip will have to confront the trauma and guilt they buried beneath their tough exteriors. They'll reflect on the choices that brought them here and figure out what kind of future they actually want. The show's title, The Dutton Ranch, isn't just symbolic. It's a mission statement. This isn't about the land anymore. It's about keeping the name alive, even if the property is gone. In fact, sources say Taylor Sheridan is slowly shifting the entire franchise away from being called the Yellowstone universe to what fans are now calling the Dutton universe. And yes, that has something to do with Kevin Costner's departure. Rumor has it Sheridan wants to distance the franchise from John Dutton's shadow, and that includes moving away from the Yellowstone name altogether. That's why this new show has such a bold title. It's about reclaiming the Dutton legacy, reimagining it for a new era. Beth, for one, is ready to evolve. She spent years watching her father refuse to change, clinging to outdated ideals, and making decisions that cost them everything. As much as she loved him, she knew the ranch couldn't survive without adapting to modern realities. She even warned him again and again, but John wouldn't listen. Now that it's her turn to lead, Beth's vision is different. She's a business genius with a ruthless streak, and she's thinking far beyond cattle. Remember that hotel scene in Texas, when she learned that other ranches were making vodka, selling meat online, and diversifying? That was a clue. Beth isn't just building a ranch, she's building a brand. And of course, Rip is right there with her. But unlike John, Rip supports Beth's ambition. He trusts her. He doesn't need to be the one in charge. He just wants to build something meaningful with the woman he loves. He'll keep the heart of cowboy life alive, while Beth keeps the business thriving. They're also officially adopting Carter, which adds a whole new dimension to their dynamic. We'll finally see Beth and Rip as parents, not just guardians. And with Carter being raised as the future of the Dutton legacy, there's a powerful generational storyline waiting to unfold. The show's creative team gives us even more reason to be excited. Sheridan is co-writing the series with John Brown, whose past work includes Succession, Veep, and King of the Hill. That's a fascinating mix of sharp political